Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'll be reviewing the film The Brutalist from the 2024 New York Film Festival. The Brutalist is directed by Brady Corbet, written by Mona Fastvold and Brady Corbet, and stars Elizabeth Olsen, Alicia Vikander, Himesh Patel, Minnie Driver, and Indira Varma. This is a The Brutalist movie review and there will be spoilers. If you like our movie reviews, please like this The Brutalist film review and subscribe. Once subscribed, click the bell notification box to be instantly notified of new reviews. Please also consider supporting us through a channel membership or by becoming one of our patrons on Patreon at patreon.com/FilmBook. And now, The Brutalist movie review. There are many superb scenes of intense drama in director Brady Corbet's wrenching new film The Brutalist. The best one comes late in the film when Erzsébet Toth shows up to take action against a man who did something horrible to Erzsébet's husband, Laszlo. Felicity Jones brings fiery passion, regret, sorrow, and heartbreak to her role, especially in this scene. It's a true standout in a film with a lot of great sequences. Brody and Jones are both shoo-ins for Academy Award nominations for their work in this picture, with Guy Pearce as the man in question, Harrison Lee Van Buren Sr. giving the best performance of his career. It's easy to say that The Brutalist is frank, startling, and mesmerizing, sometimes all at the same time, and it's one of the most intense films you'll see this year. Brody's character, Laszlo, is a Hungarian architect who arrived in America in a post-World War II world in the late 1940s. The Statue of Liberty is featured in an angled shot that is among the best in the picture, and is featured right at the start of the movie. The film soon shows Laszlo's involvement with a prostitute in graphic detail as he struggles to become aroused. The hooker comments on his ugliness, while he most likely yearns for the companionship of his wife, Erzsébet. Through a series of events, Laszlo comes to be employed by the wealthy Pearce character Van Buren, who has a dream to create a library combined with a gym and other types of exotic rooms. After a failed attempt at working towards building something for Van Buren, Laszlo comes onto something much bigger than was originally anticipated, which is a huge project for the architect. Laszlo's cousin, Attila, who owns a furniture shop, is played by Alessandro Nivola, and he is a big part of the opening stages of the film and a catalyst to the events that follow. Another key character here is the son of Van Buren, who is excellently played by Joe Alwyn. The early stages of the film involve the interaction of these characters, but the standout is of course Pearce, who plays his role with tremendous dedication and precision. Pearce manages to make us initially have some faith that Van Buren is a respectable person, in terms of the way he embraces the endeavors of Laszlo. The film has much more in store for viewers in its second half that audiences won't see coming from the talky first half of the film. When Erzsébet and niece, Sophia, enter into the equation in the film's second half, the movie changes gears almost entirely. The Brutalist becomes a much better film in the second part of it. A true standout scene where Laszlo is beside his now disabled wife in bed is particularly haunting, as Jones brings her character to life quite vividly. Erzsébet says she knows everything that her husband is doing and everything he has done, and the two characters engage in a sort of intimacy rarely captured in the world of cinema today. This sequence is spellbinding to behold, with some of the best acting of the year and of these performers' careers. Another phenomenal scene comes as Erzsébet is in need of drugs and Laszlo tries to be there for her in the most difficult of circumstances. Jones is absolutely captivating in this scene as well, but Brody is also beyond phenomenal here. It feels as if Jones has created her character as a suffering survivor of horrific circumstances who is trying to re-establish herself in a world which is completely different for her than her past in its excesses. The same goes for Brody's character, who now faces challenges in a new world which are a bit different from the old ones, but equally as frustrating. Brody's character sporadically shoots up drugs of his own and is stuck in a world which is far different from the one he deserves to be living in. There are scenes in The Brutalist which I dare not describe because they are so harrowing to watch and will be more interesting to the viewer if they are not aware of them beforehand. Guy Pearce is simply better than he's ever been in a complex performance that appears one way on the surface but is quite another underneath the peeling layers. He's deserving of the Best Supporting Actor Oscar, as his work is at the center of what drives the development of the plot of The Brutalist. Felicity Jones's work here is such a force to contend with in this picture. You won't see the quality of this performance coming from her previous work. She and Brody create three-dimensional characters who are living in a nightmare to make their dreams come true. When the film concludes in 1980, we see Brody's character worn out by life, but his accomplishments to society have proven to be amazing. Brody is astonishing in terms of creating his character and developing him emotionally right from the very first frame and first raw sexual scene. Brody is fearless in his most ambitious and deeply moving role to date. The intimate scenes between Brody and Jones capture a full-fledged relationship based on much more than physical attraction. If it was up to me, Jones would be awarded the Oscar immediately for her triumphant dramatic work here. The choices that the director makes aesthetically are also visually intriguing. The opening credits come out like a road that is leading somewhere, while the closing credits appear on a slant, which could be related to the way the characters' lives in the film are thrown for a curveball. This movie will leave viewers discussing and debating it as any great film would. It would be interesting to know the significance of the director's purpose for his creative credit display choices. The Brutalist is quite possibly the best acted film of 2024. At well over 3 hours, it is more effective in its resolution than in its build-up, though whenever Pearce is on screen early on, it is impossible to tell that some of the movie is simply building to events which have a much greater sense of purpose than the early ones. There aren't many flaws in the movie, but the film is devastating at times, and it will be a challenge for people who are not ready for it to endure some of the scenes here. That being said, there will be several Oscar-nominated performances that will come from this film, as previously suggested, Brody, Jones, and Pearce, who should probably just start clearing off his mantelpiece for his trophy already. The Brutalist is a devastating and moving portrait of trying to achieve the impossible in a world where everything is possible at a cost. This is one of the most heart-wrenching films of the year. And that brings us to the conclusion of this The Brutalist movie review. I would love to hear your thoughts on it below in the comments section. If you liked what you heard during this review, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Please also visit and subscribe to our podcast channel at FilmBook Podcast on YouTube. If you would like to get FilmBook's articles delivered to your inbox, sign up for our daily newsletter or download our Android FilmBook app for instant notifications. You'll find links to both in the description and on our website FilmBook. That's film-book.com. Thanks for dropping by, and I'll see you next time.